a suitable education. Where did I hear? Yes, of course.
I want to thank the Minister for giving way. She would have heard that I'm clearly a bit more supportive of the bill due to safeguarding concerns based on what's happened with Sara Sharif in my constituency of Woking. But I will highlight that there are clearly concerns with the way Surrey County Council failed to protect Sara. So although I'm mindful of safeguarding concerns, does she agree with me that the government needs to properly hold local authorities accountable, properly resource them to ensure that they are able to properly protect children, because they're not doing that at the moment?
Thank him, and I thank him for his advocacy on this issue after the terrible events that led to Sara Sharif's death, and I think he's been doing an excellent job of that. I very much agree with him that the findings in that report are appalling and the government are taking them extremely seriously, and we will continue to work with local authorities to make sure that children are kept safe. The bill also introduces provisions requiring local authority consent for the most... Oh, have I done that bit? Oh, dear. Lastly, this bill helps ensure consistently high standards in our schools. If I may quote the member for East Hampshire, we are indeed striving for academic excellence. Through our reforms to the academy system, we will give every family the certainty that they will be able to access a good local school for their child, delivered through excellent teaching and leadership, a rich, broad and high-quality curriculum, and a pay floor for all teachers. We are designing a school system that supports and challenges all schools, allowing them to collaborate, innovate and drive excellence. Now, on the additional points raised by members, the member for Caithness Sutherland and Easter Ross, raising the issues from Michelle Zur, and the Honourable Member for Twickenham talked about evidence. And I would say that this bill is built on a robust evidence base that the government has taken time and care to produce. The children's social care measures set out in the bill build on extensive consultation over the last few years in response to 3 reviews calling for transformation to children's social care. In relation to schools, despite the many strengths and practices that have driven improvements across our school system, including transformational changes in phonics, professional development and strong multi-academy trusts empowering schools to collaborate and innovate, the fact is that the school system is not working well enough for all children. Standards do vary widely, and there is a stark contrast between the experiences of children in the best and worst schools. The Honourable Member for Bromsgrove talked about the Children Not in School register, and I'd like to say that every child has the right to a safe and suitable education, whether they are educated at school or otherwise, and we recognise that parents have a right to home educate, and we know many parents work hard to provide a suitable education for their children. Local authorities must identify children who are not in school and not receiving a suitable education, but this existing duty is undermined by parents having no obligation to inform their local authority that they are home educating. Statutory children not in school registered, along with duties on parents and out-of-school education providers to provide information, will support local authorities to identify all children not in school in their area, including those not receiving a suitable education or at risk of harm, and to take action where as this is the case. Parents will also, crucially, because this was raised earlier on, be able to access tailored advice and information from local authorities via the new duty on local authorities to provide support should parents request it. The member for Taunton and Wellington raised concerns around the single unique identifier and information sharing duty. For too long, poor information sharing has been identified as a contributory factor to serious child safeguarding incidents. As outlined in Keeping Children Safe, Helping Families Thrive, we are taking 2 important steps in this bill to improve how services share information more effectively. First, we are introducing an ISD to end misconceptions about the legal barriers to sharing information for the purposes of safeguarding and promoting the welfare of children. And alongside this, we are piloting the use of the NHS number as an SUI, starting with Wigan Local Authority. This pilot phase allows us to test the approach in practice, understand the implications fully, and determine whether it should be mandated via future regulations.